Hey there viewers, it's Charlie. I'm back again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on War for Cybertron Trilogy Siege Springer. Now, Springer, as you know, is a triple changer, which means he not only has this cool looking car mode, but he also has another mode, that being a helicopter. So yeah. Now, like with all War for Cybertron Trilogy figures in my collection, I of course have the packaging, so let's have a look at that. So yeah, we can see where Springer will be packaged if he's still in the box. We can see his name there. Well, he's named Autobot Springer there, I'm assuming for trademark reasons. Here we have the cool artwork. And if he shines under a backlight, well, the Cybertronian text would say triple changer. Of course. And right here, oh hey, it's Wheeljack. And that was my previous review. Well, that's a coincidence. I don't know who that is though. Hardhead maybe? I don't know. But looking at the back of the box, we can see him in his robot mode, in car mode, and in helicopter mode. We can see him using a Battlemaster. I'm pretty sure this is Smashdown, who I don't have. And pretty much we've got some text saying, well, some poses will require some additional support, which if I had a figure stand, that'll be useful. Fortunately, mine broke a while ago. Got the side with all the characters. Got the top. And well, that's pretty much it for the box. So yeah, now we can get to the actual figure. And we're going to start in his car mode. And yeah, this is definitely a Cybertronian car. I mean, seriously. Imagine seeing something like this on the roads. That'd be hilarious. Well, looking at it. You can definitely see some battle damage, because this is a siege figure after all. I mean, hey, at least it comes pre-warned, so you don't have to do it yourself. Got an Autobot insignia here. Got some combat ports here, so if you want to attach on some weaponizer dudes. We've got 5 ports here, along with 2 extra ones on the side, so that's 7. So yeah, that's amazing. The look at the underneath, we can see the robot head just chilling there. At least it's turned around though. And well, yeah, that's pretty much it for the car mode. And well, for the weaponry, you pretty much get this. You can attach it on, and now it's got a turret. And it can spin around, so maybe he can be some sort of wheeled tank if he wanted to. But yeah, this entire weapon is actually the combination of many different weapons, namely 2 swords, this component, and 2 guns. this doesn't really have an actual purpose aside from just spinning around for both modes. Mainly the helicopter mode though. But yeah, if you don't like the spinning turret, then you can come up with other things. For example, you can put the guns here. If you want to go crazy, then you can just put the swords here. I guess. Oh, I just noticed they're a bit rounded off here, so you can't. Well, but there is actually ports here to store the swords, so you can still store them. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I have to get the guns out of the way for this. But yeah, you can just store the swords normally, although it blocks off these ports if you want to put a gun there. But you do have the little ports on the sides here. And I guess if you want him to have some sort of a leather vein, then you can keep this on top. So yeah. So that's pretty much it for the car mode. Let's get into the helicopter mode. I knocked my camera, sorry. But yeah, let's just get into the helicopter mode. I should say this subject shot at my phone. But yeah, transforming him into his other mode can actually be a bit tricky. Yeah, it's definitely rather fiddly, so definitely gonna take my time with this. So to start, I'm gonna take this section and just unhinge it like so. Get these bits out of the way and just rotate them out like so for now. Get the front, move these out like so. Come in here, untap this. Get this out. Pull this section out. There we go. Rotate that around. So now we've got this little fin section here. Or whatever it's called. I'm not really that knowledgeable on helicopters. There we go. Now for these sections, take this section, just rotate that in. And so that's so we got clearance for this. Just do the same here. Come on here. Rotate this whole section around. Just make him do the split, so we already know he can do that. Then get these bits down. Like so. Just try and close up the tail fin like so. Let's try and get these sections in. Like so. With the arm bits, it'll be a bit hard to show. try and peg it into here. If you can. I'll just do this off camera. Okay, there we go. I've managed to get the arms in. So next up, just get this back section tabbed in. And now your final step is to take the swords in this little spinny section. Just combine them to make a helicopter rotor. Pinch your finger in the process because you're on camera and things always go wrong on camera. But attach this on, and here we have the helicopter mode. And, well, yeah, it's definitely a helicopter. I mean, it's not a realistic helicopter, it's more Cybertronian, but it's a helicopter nonetheless. Could do without the visible wheels, though. But hey, it's still neat. It's just a shame that the transformation to get to this mode is quite, well, fiddly. I mean, you have to set up unfold the entire legs section to form the tail section. Not to mention you have to rotate them around, and these sections are actually quite tight. While having a 360. So, yeah. And if you want to, yes, the guns can still plug in. I could potentially see a Sandstorm repaint or redeco in this. Maybe retool this so it's like this is some sort of weapon that transforms into a 4-roted thing. I don't know. I just wish we got a Sandstorm from this mold somehow. Sure, it'll be a bit inaccurate to the original, but oh well. I mean, the Thrilling 30 Sandstorm was a tool of the Thrilling 30 Spring, and that was inaccurate to the original Sandstorm, so eh. But yeah, not really much to say about this mode here, so I mean, it can still roll if you want it to. And the rotors do spin really well. So, yeah. Let's just get onto the transformation to robot mode. So let's remove the rotors. Remove the guns. And let's get started. Well, let's take this section, just rotate that around. Unpeg the arms. Move these sections down. Unpeg all this. Rotate all this around. Hide away the actual fin sections. Use bits from the feet. This section's quite hard to do. Just try and you want to try and untab it so it goes forwards. There we go. So it's like that. We'll try and open this up. Of course, these little panels here. So his head can go through. And now my horrible attempt at trying to transform his arms. Pretty much want to get them pegged into here. Easier said than done though, so excuse me for a moment. Okay, there we go. Now just untap this. Bring this forward, rotate this around, push this in, like so. Push this in and down. Do the same on the other arm. Finally, just turn around the head. And here we have Springer in robot mode. And yeah, that's definitely a fiddly transformation. Whew. Yeah, definitely parts clashing transformation, if you ask me. But at least the ending result's pretty cool looking, in my opinion. Sure, we got some hollowness here in the legs, but oh well. If we have a look at the head, that's definitely accurate to how he looks in season 3 of the cartoon. Sure, it's not light piped, but oh well. If we have a look at the articulation, well, his head can look side to side. His arms, well, they can't go full 360, it looks like, but they can still move. He's got elbows, which of course can swivel. Of course, he can T-pose. Got a wrist swivel. He's got a waist swivel. His legs can go forward. His legs can go back. As shown in the transformation, he can do the splits. He has got knees, although, well, exposed this very thin looking piece if you do so. And he does have a pretty good ankle pivot. I mean, seriously, just look at that. So yeah, this guy is definitely quite poseable. I mean, if you wanted to pose him either shooting his weapons or even getting shot at, because we do have a couple of blast effect ports, which, well, you know where I'm going with this. It's time to plug some of these guys on. So we got 2 right on his, well, nipples, I guess, so that's a bit disturbing. So, yeah. And we got 2 on his legs. So, yeah. And, of course, the laser feet. And if I give him the guns, well, of course, they can take blast effects as well. However, there are other ways to display this guy. For example, you can display with the full-on turret from the car mode. You can display with the rotor for a spinny rotor attack. Sure, it might collide with some stuff, but you can still do it if you want to. But what I like to do is put the guns on his shoulders and have him holding the swords. I mean, G1 Springer had the swords, so hell, so did Thrilling Fatty Springer, so I figured why not display him with the swords in his hands. And with this bit, I just put it on his back out the way. So yeah. Well, that's pretty much all I have to say. Complaints? Well, it's actually rather easy to knock him down, and he can't hold some poses thanks to the durability in his legs, as you can see. So, his legs are definitely a weak point, in my opinion. Another complaint, the transformation is definitely not one of my favorites. Sure, it's worth it for the modes, but yeah, the transformation is definitely not a favorite of mine. But well, those are the only complaints I can think of, so do I recommend this guy? Well, yeah. I mean, as of right now, this is the most recent Springer figure that we have. I mean, for cartoon accuracy, if you want something that's more accurate to the IDW comics, then go for the Friendly Fatty figure, but if you want a Springer that's accurate to the G1 cartoon, to go with your movie bots, then yeah, I definitely do recommend this guy. Sure, he has the weird leg issue, but still, he's cool looking. And I mean, come on, he's Springer. He has better things to do tonight than die. Well, this has been my review on Siege Springer, and this is Charlie Young, signing off.